What is your name, please?
My name is Denise McCluggage.
I, Denise McCluggage, am a sports writer for the New York Herald Tribune. Under my own byline, I cover mostly skiing and sports car racing. I am proficient in both sports. I own and publish a semi-monthly newspaper on sports car racing and have owned and raced several cars of my own. I have raced in competition all over the United States as well as in South America and Europe. Next month, for the second year in a row, I will drive a car in the famous 12-hour endurance race at Sebring, Florida. Signed, Denise McCluggage.
And whereas Denise led a life of which most would only dream, and yet was down to earth, always telling a story with a twinkle in her eye and a big smile on her face. Now therefore I, Javier M. Gonzalez, Mayor of the City of Santa Fe, do hereby proclaim September 26th, 2015 as Denise McCluggage Day right here in Santa Fe. So,
one thing that she taught me that was important, well, you know, she was a very strong personality, and I think it was that drive, just seeing it in her, instilled me to you know, and my wife to want to do this event, because she was the one that kept pushing us to do it, and it just gets better and better each year. You know, we really miss her this year, and she'd probably be blown away about how big the crowd is this year.
Part of it's just seeing the joy in life, and secondly, you know, she had new eyes. You know, she could always look at stuff and just come up with the most interesting kind of perspective or sideways logic.
She signed the roof on my Mini.
Awesome.
And it was great. And my only regret is that I didn't offer her to drive my Mini at the event. That would have been even more awesome.
Yeah.
But I still have the car and it's here today, so.
Just never got enough of her positive attitude, never-ending smile, limitless sense of humor, and only just wished on my best day I could drive as well as she could.
It never mattered where we were or who we were talking to. Denise was almost always upbeat, incredibly supportive, and every story she told, she was telling like it was the first time. And people always thought that, even with a few seconds of having known her, that they had known her all of their lives.
Denise taught me to breathe. She was so ahead of her time, and I'm not just saying because she raced cars and she was a writer. As a human being, she was a trailblazer to the very end. She was still way ahead of a lot of people, using technology that was way ahead that you wouldn't see someone her age using. She was an early adopter of everything. She loved to explore life.
We came around a turn and the Autobahn was completely stopped. I slammed on the brakes and the car burst into flames. And I looked at her and I went, exit stage right. And we were like out of that car with our bags, and we hustled to the median and watched that car burn to the ground. I mean, the flames were coming out of the hood, and right out of the hood, burned a hole in the hood. And
even though I couldn't really talk cars, you know, with her, she had fabulous jewelry.
We knew Denise for probably about 16 years, and I knew her a little bit when I was head of Cadillac Design Studios. Our paths crossed at a few press events. And then we were lucky enough to live here in Santa Fe and get to know her really up close and personal.
Just a really unique view of the world, and it was just a real pleasure to be around.
She was just a very genuine person, likable and loved life and loved people, you know, and to be around people. I miss her a lot.
Respect for motorcycles.
She never held back. You know, she just told you how she felt, and she always had some kind of inspirational thought, idea, or saying, and you know, it was great.
It was very easy to talk to, and I just love her for that.
She was and is the sister I never had, because we could talk about all sorts of things. And damn it, Denise, you went away too soon. That's not fair.
Denise taught me a lot of lessons, but the best one is to always look ahead, never wonder about what happened behind, and never forget about the people you care about.
A funny thing happened on the way to my life. I discovered cars. I liked cars. I liked the way they looked. I liked the way they sounded. I liked the way the doors thunked. I liked them with the top down. I was driving in the hills, following little tiny roads up some green hillside with the grass squishing against the underside of the car. I mean, you know how that is. That feels good. So there I was, playing with cars and putting my life on hold. And I thought, well, that's funny. I missed out what I was supposed to do. But then something like this comes along, and I have to think, you know, maybe it wasn't such a sidetrack after all.
Will the real Denise McCluggage please stand up?